I got some family lore to share today because this kind of stuff is just funny, but it also needs to be documented for the later generations because of the fact that things change so quickly over time, and so much over time, not even necessarily as quickly. But my grandpa was born in the 1800s, the grandpa on my dad's side, and the best story about him in my family lore has to do with him not knowing how to drive, because he had only grown up at a time where either they didn't have cars or he didn't have money to have a car. So he went and visited his Uncle Frank. I guess the rest of the family went with him, and they were visiting, my great Uncle Frank. And Uncle Frank had a car. I guess he had a lot more money because he had a car. So he told my grandpa John, he said, "Hey John, take that car out, drive it around. I think you'll like it." Now it's probably, I don't know, the 1920s or something like that, maybe a little bit later, maybe the 30s. But that's not something that my grandpa would have known anything about, and so he was like, "No, I have nothing to do with that. I don't care." And so Uncle Frank was pretty persistent and said, "Look, now I'll teach you how to start the car, and we'll get you rolling here and have a good time." And my grandpa said, "Well," and so he got in the car. They taught him how to get the car going and so on. And then he would drive around, according to the family lore, he would drive around the block in whatever town in Illinois they were in at the time. He'd drive around the block, and as he came around, he would wave at everybody. They were out on the porch outside and so on. They'd watch him go by and they'd wave, and they'd say, "Oh man, John's having a good time driving that car. I'm glad we got him to try. I got him to get in there and try." And the way that it goes then is, well, at some point he came a few hours later walking across from some other street somewhere, and the car was not with him. He's walking. Apparently my Uncle Frank had said, "John, where's my car?" And he said, "Well, it's over on so-and-so street over there." "Why is my car over there?" Uncle Frank says. "Well," he said, "tell you what happened. I was out there driving the thing, and I kept telling it, 'Whoa, whoa,' but the damn thing just would not stop going." He'd never driven a car, only a horse and buggy. I love that story. Have a good night. Bye.